Hi Sonia, how are you?
Hello, sir. I'm fine.
Okay,
How are you?
I'm absolutely fine. Thank you so much. Would you like to tell us something about yourself?
Yes, sir. I'm Sonia Rajesh. I have completed my BE in Electronics and Communication in 2012 from Navsari, Gujarat. After that, I worked as quality analyst in E-Tech Gandhinagar. Then after my marriage, I went to Dubai and I worked there for 2 years as a sales support engineer and also logistic assistant come accounts assistant.
Hmm.
Then after that, after I became pregnant, there was some health issues, and due to some family priorities, and as I had to raise my two children, I had to take a break. And now I'm trying to get back to my career. So for that, I have completed my 3 months course on software testing from SPC Kochi. So I'm trying for a job in this field now.
Wonderful, wonderful. Hats off to you that, apart from your personal life, now you are again trying to reboot your career, restart your career, right?
Yeah, yes, yeah.
So,
I was waiting for that chance.
yeah. So after how many years you are looking to restart your career? Like, okay,
I left my last job in 2016.
16.
So six
After
or seven.
six
Yeah,
years, you are looking
yeah,
for a job now in software
yeah,
testing. And
yeah.
earlier you were in accounting job. Okay,
Yeah. I completed electronics and communication actually. So
wonderful.
I had switched from different field.
Right, right. So you completed electronics and communication, you did an accounting job, then you got married, and due to all those personal reasons, now after 6 years, you are trying to get a job in
Yeah,
software testing.
yes, yes.
Great, wonderful. I really, I don't have any words to express about these things. People who are genuinely focused on their career, this is.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I will share one screen and you
Okay.
need to not write, you need to just tell me the high level test scenarios. How will you test this screen?
Okay.
Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Okay. Now you need to test this HDFC Bank login screen. Can you tell
Okay.
me the high level test scenarios?
Okay. In this page, we will first check the bank logo. It is correct or not. The color and the size, and it is aligned to means it's proper to its size or not. Then I will check whether the note that is welcome to HDFC Bank net banking that is there or not. That is proper with spelling or not. Then in login credit card portal, in that in user ID. I will check whether this please enter user ID is there in red color, then forgot user ID is there. Sorry. And in
Please
password or
feel free to have water, right? Don't worry about all.
yeah, it's okay. Yeah. And password and pin that also I will check whether forgot password or pin that is there.
Hmm.
Then I will try to put the credentials, will put the user ID, will put valid and invalid both. User ID and pin, and will check whether it is I am able to log in or not. Then I will check whether I am able to click the login button or not, and whether I will check whether I am able to use the virtual keyboard or not by clicking that checkbox. Then I will check whether that login here button that is working or not by clicking it is taking me to the that particular page or not. Then, mm, then if I will check whether I'm getting the error message while entering the invalid input or not in user ID and password both. Well, I will check whether keeping it blank it is accepting or not. That also. That's all.
Okay, good test scenarios. Can you identify the defect on this screen? Any bug on the screen which you can see?
Yeah, I think that red in user ID that should not be in red color. That should be that normal color like that of password.
Correct,
And that
correct.
please enter user ID that also should be in normal color, not in red.
Yes, yes, absolutely. Wonderful.
Mm.
right? So I'll tell you, this is a good catch. This text box should be displayed in the black color until unless you get some validation message, right?
Yes,
Please
yes,
enter
yes.
user ID should be displayed when you click on login button. Until unless it should not come, right? So I've just
Okay.
created this dummy settings just to help you to find the defect, right? Actually, it's not
Okay.
there, but it's just for this interview purpose.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Now consider you have got a defect in forgot password feature in this functionality. Okay.
Okay.
Now, as a part of regression test scenarios, which all test
Okay.
cases will you execute? Which all test scenarios will you execute?
Uh,
Let me repeat my question. I'll reframe it.
okay, sir. Yeah.
You got a defect on forgot password link. It was not working, or any defect in the
Mm-hmm.
functionality on, let's say, Monday, and on Tuesday it has got fixed. Right now,
Mm-hmm.
this functionality is coming to you for testing.
Okay.
Now, as a part of regression testing, which all scenarios will
Mhm.
you test?
I will enter again the password and username also, and then I will click on the login button whether it is accepting or not
Mhm.
by entering the valid password and username,
Okay.
user ID.
Okay.
Then I will check whether that virtual keyboard I am able to use or not.
Correct. Correct. And which all test scenarios will you test from retesting point of view?
Well, sir, I'm not getting this.
Okay. Okay. So see, when it comes to retesting, right? So what is
Okay.
retesting? In retesting, we
Yes,
are making
again.
sure. Yeah. Yeah. Please go ahead.
Yeah, we are testing again after getting it resolved from the developer. We are again going testing that particular functionality.
Correct, correct. We are testing that particular functionality, that whichever defects were there, whichever bugs were there, that have got fixed or not. So in
Yeah.
retesting, you will be testing the forgot password functionality itself. That after clicking on forget password, is he or she asking, sorry, are you getting the access to the security question answers, right? Which you had set
Mhm.
at the time of setting password, right? And in
Okay.
the regression testing, you mentioned it very right that you will be testing about user ID, password, and all the other functionalities,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Now consider a scenario where use virtual keyboard for password. This checkbox,
Mhm.
as I'm clicking, it is coming this kind of a keyboard, right?
Okay.
If I uncheck it, it will disappear.
Mhm.
But now let's say if I check it once, it is displayed. Now if I uncheck, still it is getting displayed. So what would be the severity and what would be the priority of this defect?
I think priority will be low and severity will also be low.
Okay, low severity, low priority.
Uh, Severity will be low because it's not affecting the functionality of this page.
And priority.
Priority can be kept medium or something because it should not show actually this keyboard when it is not clicked.
Okay. See, initially when you come to this page, you
Mhm.
don't see that virtual keyboard, right?
Yeah.
Until unless you click it once, now it is getting displayed, and you uncheck it, still it is getting displayed. Do you want to change the answers of your question? What would be the severity? What would be the priority?
Uh, Low severity and high priority.
Low severity and high priority. Okay, okay. So let this be an open question for the people who would be watching this video. What would be the severity and what would be the priority of this defect? I'll repeating the scenario. So let's say if I click on this checkbox, first time, the virtual keyboard for entering the password is displayed. If I uncheck it, still it remains displayed as it is. So what would be the severity and what would be the priority of this defect? Okay, fine. Now coming to the next question. Let's say if you have a big application and that has almost 800 to 900 test cases, right? Now your manager or your test lead comes to you and they tell you, Sonia, we have to release this particular product in one single day, just one day, right? In the morning they come, let's say it's Monday morning, and they tell you by Tuesday morning we have to release this particular product which has 800 to 900 test cases. So what would be your test strategy? It is not possible to execute all 900 test cases in a day, right? So what would be your test strategy?
First, I will try to test all the basic and critical features of that application.
Okay.
Then I will try to do regression testing.
Regression. Okay. Why you want to go for regression testing?
Means if defect has been found and if it is resolved, if it's not, if I will check whether it is affecting other functionalities or not.
Right. So regression testing is, most of the testing that you would be doing when some bug fix is done, or when bugs were there in the last sprint and those have got fixed and those have come, right?
Okay.
Now this picture over here is entirely different. Your product is about to release. It's not about one feature or one functionality, but it's all about the whole product, right? A big product that has almost 900 test cases, right? Now, how will you ensure, what would be your test strategy? How will you ensure that quality is not getting compromised?
I think first I will go with basic and critical features that I will check.
Correct. So this is good. Okay. Now there is a slight modification that you have to do in your answer if this question is asked in a real-time interview. Your answer was very good, the basic and critical functionality, but a slight change in the keyword that you will be, what you have to tell is you would be testing the features which are actually, from the acceptance testing point of view, from the business point of view, from the business perspective. Let's say if there is a payment related feature. So first that is important to be tested. If payment functionality is not working, so money, all those transactions won't happen, right? So a slight change about the keywords, about the key, those words, if you, those terms, those terminology, if you mention in the interview, then definitely your answer is perfect. Your answer, your understanding is very good, but you just have to tell those keywords, right? Those things are, you would be first testing the scenarios from the business perspective, or which are touching the business requirements, right? And before that, what you can do is you will do a high level smoke testing, that at least the functionalities, the basic functionalities are working or not. It should not happen that it is about to release and the login itself is not working. So first a high level smoke test that you will do, and then the high level critical features which are touching the business, without which you won't be able to release. So those are the features that, those are the functionality that you would be targeting. Clear? Okay. Great. Okay. Now coming to the next question.
Sorry.
No issues. You can have water, no issues. No worries. So let's continue. So the next question is, what is the difference between unit testing and integration testing?
Unit testing, it is testing that is done in each modules separately, and integration testing means it is done to test whether the interfaces between these modules are done correctly or not.
Correct. So in your resume, you have mentioned you are doing automation testing with JMeter tool.
Yeah.
So how are you? Can you please tell us more about that?
Yeah, JMeter is an open source tool and that is used to test the load performance testing, do the performance testing, load testing, and all such non-functional types of testing. We can get the response of the system and application with the help of JMeter.
Correct, correct. How do you record a script in JMeter?
Uh, by using the recording controller.
Okay. And you are recording in Firefox browser.
Yeah.
Right? So can you tell me any such scenario in which you have done the automation testing using JMeter?
JMeter we have used we have added samplers and threads in the JMeter, and we have checked the response time of the different sites like Flipkart, Amazon. We have checked the response code of that.
Okay, great. Okay. Can you tell me the high level test scenarios for how will you test a banking based application? Let's say you have, Axis Bank or HDFC Bank account and all these things, right? Now, such app has been installed in your mobile phone, right? So how will you test those particular applications, banking based mobile applications in mobile?
Means after installing
Yeah,
it in.
yeah. So end-to-end testing scenarios, which all things you will test?
Okay. I will check whether I'm able to install it in my phone or not. How much time it is taking to install it in my phone. Then first I will check whether I am able to search that app or not from the Play Store. Then I will check whether it is being installed or not and how much time it is taking. Then I will check whether it is shown in my phone or not with its logo. Then I will check whether I'm able to open that app or not. And after opening, I will check whether I'm able to log into that particular application or not by giving my credentials. Then once signing up, I will check whether OTP is received in my phone or not, and respective mail is received in my email or not. Then I will check whether I'm able to do transactions in that application or not. Then I will check whether after doing the transaction, I'm getting the confirmation message or not, whether the amount is debited or credited, that message is received or not. Then it will allow, I will check whether it is allowing to set a pin for that or not.
What else will you test?
Then I will check whether I can put my credit card or debit card details in that or not for doing the transaction.
Then if you want to create a new bank account, or if you want to link account, if you want to create
Yeah, with Aadhaar,
insurance
I can link
schemes.
it or not.
Right.
Then I can use different applications with the help, means I can do transactions of different applications or not with this account.
What else?
Then I will check whether it is being getting sign, if I don't use it for more than some limited time, then it should sign out automatically. It should not be open like that. Whether I'm able to change the password and pin or not, if I want to change. Then whether I am able to add the beneficiaries or not in my account.
True, yes. Anything else?
Then I will check whether all online transactions I can do it without any problem or not.
Yes, online transactions you will be checking.
That's all, sir.
Okay, I think you covered most of them. And as it's a banking based application, so and it's a mobile based application, so what additional scenarios you can tell is you would be testing whether when you are doing some transaction and you receive a phone call or you receive some WhatsApp voice call or WhatsApp video call or any other app call, or you receive some text message or your phone gets switched off, then what would happen if Wi-Fi or if mobile data gets turned off, then what would happen, right? So those kind of scenarios also you can add.
Okay.
Okay, now I'll share my screen and you need to tell me the output of this particular Java program.
Okay.
So let me share my screen. Is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Now this is a class test, public static void main string arguments. There is a for loop and system.out.println. So what would be the output of this Java program?
I think, sir, compiler error will be there.
Okay. You are thinking
because
that. Hmm.
because in between the condition should be like in I equal to 0 and it should be I less than 0 or greater than 0 and
Correct.
then I plus plus.
You are mentioning it very correct. It would be the compile time error because the for loop demands a Boolean value in the second part, right?
Yes.
And we are just providing an integer value that is 0.
Yeah.
So the compile time error will come.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Now this is a second program. Okay.
Okay.
Now you need to tell me the output of this program.
Sir, I'm not sure, but I think maybe it will be first one will be 30 plus RD
Okay.
and next will be RD plus 30.
See, this plus is nothing but it's a concatenated sign, right? So let's say, let me show you the answer as well, right? See, for the first one, the answer would be 30 RD. Okay, because 30 plus is there. So that is
Yeah,
string
30
concatenation
RD.
is happening over there.
Yeah.
Let me show you the explanation with the question. So that would be easy for you. Okay, see, 30 first addition is happening, 10 plus 20, so 30,
Yeah,
and then 30 plus this, so it would be 30 RD.
30 RD.
For second case, it is RD 10, 20, because string RD is concatenated with 10 to be the string, right? So then what would happen? RD 10 and 20 would get concatenated. In the earlier part, the 10 and 20 are treated as numbers and added to be 30.
Okay, okay.
So there some 30 is treated as a string and concatenated with the string RD. So this is how it would be. Okay. Now let's say you have to create one automated script using Selenium, right? So how will you write an automation script for selecting the value from the drop down?
Selecting value from drop down.
Drop down.
We
Yes.
can first we have to create a select class, and after that we have three methods. We can get it selected by its index, or select by value, or select by the visible text. By using any of these three methods, we can select the particular option from the top down.
How will you find the locator?
That command you require.
Yes. Let's say if you have to automate some particular checkbox, right? You have to check that checkbox option.
Yeah.
For that, you will have to find the locator of that particular
Yes,
element.
yes.
So how will you find the locator?
We will inspect that element by right clicking on that element. We will put inspect, and then we can take its name or ID, and we can put it in the command like driver.find element, then by dot, then whichever strategy we are using, locator strategy, whether it can be name or ID or XPath, can be like anything, link test or partial link test or tag name. And then in double quote, we can mention that. And then last dot click. So it will be selected.
Okay. Now you were telling something about XPath, right? So how many types of XPath are there?
Mainly two types, relative and absolute XPath.
Okay. What is the difference between relative and absolute XPath?
Relative XPath, the path will be from the node of our choice only. And in absolute XPath, it will be from the root of that particular node. It will be lengthier than the relative one. So always relative one is preferred, as if any change is made to any architecture, small changes is made to that, then it will affect if we use the absolute XPath, and we will not be able to find the element.
Okay. So Sonia, I'm done with the interview. Thank you so much for coming on our channel. Yeah.
Okay.
And do you have any questions for me?
So how do you think, means where should I improve on my?
See, compared to all the questions that we have put up, first we started with a manual testing, test cases based questions. So in those test scenario based questions, you have to understand like what is the difference between retesting, regression testing. When will you perform regression testing? Where will you perform retesting? Right?
Yeah.
So those concepts you have to revisit. Then with respect to Selenium automation, your concepts are clear. You are able to tell the answers. Now again, coming to Java, those kind of concepts are they're like string concatenation is there. For the first Java program, you were able to give the output that was compile time. For the second,
sir, because we have not learned Java like basics and all. We have just done it for Selenium part only, so that's why don't know the basics.
Okay, is it like that? No worries, no worries. But that is good. At least you were able to recall the answers, the logical. So that was really good, right? And I think overall it was good. When then coming to the test cases of banking based application, so you have to tell positive test cases first, then negative test cases, then with respect to non-functional test cases, performance, load, volume testing, stress testing. So try to tell more and more test cases, right? think
Okay.
from all the angle and then just give the answer, right?
Okay. Yes.
Rest all
Okay,
things
sure,
were
sir. I
really,
will practice on that.
yeah, rest all things were really good. Your answers were really matured, and I don't think that there is any hurdle as of now. You should definitely give the interviews and prepare
Yeah, sir.
yourself.
I'm trying to give more and more interviews
Okay, great,
further.
great. So I'm sure that you will get job in software testing field very soon. Right?
Okay.
Be prepared, be positive. All the best for
Okay.
your career. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much.